Good morning, friends. This is Frank, Texas bike guy, trader from Texas. I'm here with you this morning to share some mistakes I've made, some trading errors I've made lately, because I figured, hey, what better way to get better at something than to share your mistakes? So, with that in mind, let me go ahead and move on to my first slide here. Okay, so the trade I most recently made, I've had a string of pretty good little small percentage gainers, mostly singles, one or two doubles. But this one, as of late, has been one that I lost on, and I figured I'd share it because I've learned some pretty solid lessons from this one. So I traded HSGX. I'd been tracking it for a good while, so I had a pretty good picture of what days it was on, um, and I traded it really on a dip with the intention of really just making single percentage gainer, maybe even a small double. I really had no grandiose expectations out of this trade. Certainly wasn't trying to get rich off of it. I just don't believe in getting rich off of any trades, any one trades at least. So with this one, with HSGX, I traded it on a dip, looking to make a little extra. But this one just didn't pan out the way I hoped it would. So it's actually, if I look at the mistakes I made here, it just goes to show it's just something I do frequently. So I purchased on the 8th of November. Actually, you know what? Let me open my Excel so you can see exactly why. Okay, so this was the most recent one, HSGX. I entered on 8 November. My entry price was 515. I initially had purchased 3,000. Exit price was 465. I'll explain this 600 here in just one second. And you'll see here again loss per share of a nickel. So that was a loss of $178 or 9.6% for me on that particular trade. Just a huge loss. Just a huge loss on that one for me. Because I try and keep all my losers between lower than 5%, obviously. But my target really is no more than 3%. So 9%, almost 10%, it's pretty significant. Okay, so moving back here to my chart here. Why 9.6%, you ask? Well, look here. Look at the entries. I mean, you can tell. It's just mistakes from the outset, okay? So I entered here. Now, I entered knowing about the warrants that HSGX had out. I did not have the intention of staying in this trade for very long. So I was aware of the warrants. So I only planned on day trading this. So initially, like I said, I was going to get rid of it that day. Entered here in the morning, as you can see, 8:15, 8:20ish. Bought a couple of lots. Morning, baby, morning. As you'll notice here, it rose all the way up here. Really should have sold there, but expected to make another measured move up possibly. Obviously, it did not do that. And then on 9 November, which was Friday, it faded most of the day. I held it through the weekend. Another thing that you'll see pretty common for me is that weekend holds almost always turn out to be losers for me. And then you'll notice here, this was Monday morning, yesterday. It dropped, and I went ahead and I just cut my losses and jumped out here. Okay, and then of course, as it always happens, because this is just how trading goes, at noon it spiked. I maybe could have gotten out, but hey, look at that candle, you know. So it was a poor trade. I broke rules, poor decision making, poor entries, poor exits, just all around. And every time in this game that you choose to make a host of bad decisions like that, you're going to pay for it. And I paid for it here with this loss of 9.6%. So thank y'all very much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, my goal here is simply to improve. I'm not trying to become some multimillionaire. I want to get better at trading. I want to learn, and I feel like sharing these mistakes like this will only help me get better. So thanks for joining me. Like I said, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to shout out at me on Twitter or Instagram. Thank you very much.